In the main markets in the last trading session, we saw a spike in yields. The dollar was coming up, put negative pressure on Bitcoin and gold. We saw that oil continued to grind upwards. That's placing pressure on Fed interest rate hikes. From a short-term perspective, risk is leaving the market. We saw that with the VIX breaking down. High-yield corporate debt and junk bonds, they're continuing up, indicating that the indices are moving higher. But just be aware, when rising yields and the rising dollar come up, that's not good for crypto and it's not good for gold. Yields are coming up because there's currently a 78% probability of a 25 basis point increase in the next FOMC meeting. The market is starting to price in increasing federal funds rate, and we can see with the DXY staged a little bit of a rebound, but where did it hit? It hit an area of smart money sell resistance, and this resistance is actually quite major, between 101,713 and 101,800. The DXY is currently 101,580. The increase in yields was not good news for gold, and gold fell. Gold is currently 2003. I mentioned in earlier videos that the very key level of support that gold needed to hold on to was this zone here between 2014 and 2025. We did get above it, but we couldn't maintain it because gold doesn't like rates increasing. As the DXY is coming into this smart money sell level, it will put negative price momentum on the DXY. That could result in a technical bounce in gold, and it's also really good for crypto. When looking at Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin has held up incredibly well. People are starting to understand that Bitcoin is a legitimate area for investment and trading. Bitcoin is currently 30,368. Bitcoin is above a smart money buy level from 29,957 to 30,166. Please let me know in the comments, with the DXY coming into resistance, gold being potentially pulled back to that smart money sell level, what do you think will happen to Bitcoin? We also need to look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500, from a probabilistic stance, is actually looking quite healthy. It did reject a smart money sell level between 41.57 and 41.66, but we said quite some time ago that this was on the cards. That is a very steep smart money sell level, but when it bounced, it didn't come down all the way into this smart money buy level between 41.03 and 41.11. This is actually incredibly positive. When you have positive air like this, it's showing you that the buyers are really keen to get back into the market. If you want to get X-ray vision on the financial markets and mark up any price chart, just use the CTKS method. That will tell you where smart money is buying and selling. As professionals, we have three-dimensional risk management. At all times, we know exactly what we're going to do with our portfolio or a specific trade. If price moves against us, goes flat or neutral, or goes for us, and we always consider the going against us case first. This is the smart money mindset. Always remember, you control the trade or investment, but it's the market that controls the return, and that's always based on your active learning, your knowledge and your courage. The market will always penalize blame, gambling, and a lack of knowledge. Thank you everybody for your incredible comments in the past couple of videos. They've been fantastic. Yesterday, we covered the commercial real estate market, and the CRE market is looking very unhealthy. Our global family stretches all around the world, and everybody has been noticing the same things. There's so many vacancies in commercial real estate holdings. It's really heartbreaking to see so many business dreams go down, and this is all primarily due to the pandemic. The pandemic caused so many problems globally. As a global family, we always look for the opportunities. We're aware that there are problems, but we hone in on where the opportunities actually emerge. And many thanks to everybody, of course, and especially JT. JT said, in Dubai, many empty office spaces at astronomical rental prices. In Bangkok as well, many empty offices both downtown and on the periphery of the city. In Auckland, New Zealand, it has many empty offices and shops in downtown never seen before. The same is true in Chicago, in Seattle, and a few more US cities. This is absolutely a global phenomenon. Most of the market is just not aware of it yet. There are always opportunities inside every market, and crypto is a beautiful market to be in. There's so many incredible opportunities each and every day. Looking at the top 8, from a relativity perspective, we can see Bitcoin over this period of time is up nearly 55%. It's been doing very, very well. Ethereum recently caught up with alignment in Bitcoin's gravity. BNB, you can see it's really, really suppressed. But as always, Bitcoin's gravity will be caught up to, just a thing to keep in your mind. XRP is a little bit under Bitcoin's gravity after a magnificent surge. ADA is coming up to alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. When you see things like BNB or Matic, you can see a big gap between Bitcoin's gravitational alignment and the specific alt. I like to keep my eyes on those things because they tend to mean revert. Of course, it can take time, but just be aware of it. Doge, when Elon changed Twitter to the Doge icon, wow, that gave it a really good kick up. But since it's come down, because these new spikes are shortly lived. But we can see Doge is grinding higher, seeking to catch up with Bitcoin's gravitational alignment. We already talked about Matic, and that bit of a gap in there is very, very interesting to me. Solana was actually one of those things that really kicked up and looked like it was going to kick up. Back here around the 10th, I mentioned that Solana was looking good. It had this kind of alignment like Matic did. And what happened next? It did really well. So congratulations to all the people who did well on Solana. I know a lot of people did. Moving outside to the next top 8 cryptos, we can see DOT under Bitcoin. It's got a bit of a gap in here. We know that Bitcoin moves the market and they're all in directional correlation, but this gap is the thing that you want to keep your eye on. What about Litecoin? Litecoin doesn't have so much of a gap. SHIB has quite a huge gap actually at the moment. AVAX, it has a gap, but it's not too severe. Tron has been quite suppressed of late, looking pretty much like what SHIB is looking like and what Matic and BNB are looking like as well. And Tron recently and BNB, Binance recently, were hammered by the SEC. In a previous episode, we looked at the banking system. The banks do not want people to have an alternative because if bank funds leave the banking market, the run on the banks will become very, very problematic because they simply don't have the cash. And they never did. We can see the gap between Link and Bitcoin starting to get filled. And also, when we look at Uni is quite suppressed. These suppressions are really, really interesting to keep your eye on. That's why I wanted to show them to you today. Atom had a very, very large gap. It's starting to fill it. This way of looking at the market is very, very profitable. Please let me know in the comments, when you see gaps like this, do you think, oh, that's kind of a good opportunity, I might scale in there? Or you perhaps think something else? Please let me know in the comments. And we do this kind of very, very in-depth analysis inside the CTKS Masterclass. In fact, we go far, far, much, much further. The top 24-hour gainers were OKB, Casper, Woo, ICP, DYDX, NEAR and ADA. The greatest losers in the past 24 hours, they weren't down much. LDO, Render, Clayton, Solana, Mask, TWT and ARB. Trading mindset is incredibly important. As a global family, we focus on positive excellence, which gives us sustainable fulfillment, meaning, happiness and success. Each of these green words is something that we seek to be more of each and every day. To be more courageous, more persistent, more committed, more generous, more learning, more determined, more confident, more kind, more grateful, increase levels of happiness. All of these things really, really make a difference in your life. People think when they have money, then they can be happy. Money always brings its own problems. Never wait to be happy. Be happy along the path. One of the greatest drivers of being unhappy is being dissatisfied with your current position. Being dissatisfied will give you momentum to change, but being continuously dissatisfied will create misery in your life. If you have a learning mindset, if you're always looking to learn each and every day, you can be satisfied with what you have because you know that tomorrow will be better. You'll learn something today which will improve your life. A lot of people say never be satisfied. That is a very, very big mistake. If you're never satisfied with, for example, your job, you're always going to seek a better job. If you're not satisfied with your relationship, you will seek a different relationship. The mainstream media does not want you to be satisfied. Marketers don't want you to be satisfied. They want you to shift and change. That's fair enough. They've got products to sell, but the concept is, at a deep level, satisfaction, your satisfaction with your current position is incredibly important. The key is, how do we do that? How do you be satisfied with what you have and not stagnate? Being happy with yourself means that you don't compare yourself to others because you're unique. You're just happy with yourself, and that is good enough. Taking the weight off your shoulders is a very, very important thing to do. You're not in competition with anybody else but yourself, and that competition is to just be the best you that you can be. I do very deep dives inside the masterclass about real wealth and positive excellence. It is life-changing. Many people have seen their relationships improve, especially the relationship with themselves, and that's the most important relationship you need to have. When that flourishes, everything else flourishes around you. Life is a marathon, it is not a sprint. If you're dissatisfied with every step you take along that journey of life, you're just going to wear yourself out. Many people think, when I have money, I will be satisfied. Money is an unlimited commodity. You can never have enough. You might say, when I get my first 100,000, I'm going to be happy. As soon as you get it, you'll say, when I get my first 500,000, I'll be happy. You're never happy. You get it, it just keeps on ratcheting up. A ratchet tightens in one direction. Please let me know in the comments, and this is really good for your active learning. What things can you do or do you do to be satisfied with your life each day? If what you share just helps yourself and perhaps one other person, what you've done is to change somebody's view. As a global family, we're all about creating better habits to create a better life. We understand that all results come from the mind, and a better mind creates better outcomes. That's exactly why we focus on positive excellence. And we also do the CTKS Creed, which are daily positive affirmations for abundance, financial success, and happiness. It's been a while, so let's read this out. I know the universe is designed to make me succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. These daily positive affirmations, when you say I, that is you. You are the I, if you know what I mean. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with Borsog. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. I always solve my problems with positive excellence. Have a great weekend ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.